QuickHitz. What is toxic masculinity?
Toxic masculinity is harming others and using an excuse that's because that's what boys do, or that's how men do it, or men are this and women are this, right? And so we use our behaviors, our attitudes to cause harm to others.
I would say it's when those shoulds around masculinity are like shoulds around controlling other people, harming other people, violently enforcing what is and isn't masculine, putting yourself above other people. I think like when we're getting into that as ways of defining ourselves as men, like, yeah, it's super toxic, it's bad for other people. And even toxic masculinity, guys don't ask for help. So like toxic masculinity hurts guys too, because when we're in pain and we're suffering, like we mock that and we don't even get help for it.
Toxic masculinity is when the shoulds become musts. So as opposed to you should act this way, it's you must act this way or suffer the consequences. And so this toxic masculinity is when expectations cause not only harm on others, but also self-harm. And again, self-harm and harm amongst others on the external, where it could be physical harm, but also internal, where you have anxiety or, you know, constant shame or what have you.
I think one example of toxic masculinity is the fact that kind of the only emotion that's acceptable for a boy to express is anger. You know, if you're sad, it has to look like anger. If you're happy and triumphant about something, it has to look like anger. And that you see that in so many places, that the only real thing that's acceptable for a guy to express is not softness, weakness, sadness, anger. And where does that leave us? I mean, the biggest recipient of male violence is other men, other boys. So
to bounce off that real quick, it's also toxic masculinity can look like obtaining and maintaining control by any means necessary. And so if anyone or anything threatens your sense of control, you have to retaliate.